ॐ केशवाय नमः स्वाहा, माधवाय नमः स्वाहा, नारायणाय नमः स्वाहा। हस्तप्रक्षालनं समर्पयामि श्रीगोविन्दाय नमः। ॐ वाङ्मयासि अस्तु, नसो मे प्राणो अस्तु, ॐ अक्ष्णुर्मे चक्षुरस्तु, ॐ कर्ण्योर्मे श्रोत्रमस्तु, ॐ बाहोर्मे बलमस्तु, ॐ उर्वो मे ओजो अस्तु, ॐ अरिष्ठानि मे अङ्गानि तनुस्तनवा मे सहा सन्तु। श्रीखण्डचन्दनं दिव्यं गन्धाढ्यं सुमनोहरं विलेपनं सुरासृष्टाचन्दनं प्रतिगृह्यतां गन्धं धारयामि नमः। Light a diya. ॐ शुभं भवतु कल्याणं आयुरारोग्य धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते। दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनं दीपो मे हरतो पापो दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते। शुभं भवतु कल्याण भवतु मंगलम भवतु। संकल्पम। बोले गणपति भगवान की। Now we chant the Sankalp. Sankalp is a vow before we start our puja. Taking the vow to focus your mind and thoughts and actions on prayer today, giving thanks and gratitude for blessing Uncle Bims with another year of life and health, and celebrating a beautiful milestone birthday. May Bhagwan Ganesha, Ma Durga, and on the Shakti of all the Devatas be upon him, and Auntie Lalita and the entire family as well. ॐ हरिः ॐ तत्सतों तत्सतों विष्णुः 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 नमः परमात्मने। श्रीपुराणपुरुषोत्तमाय श्रीपरमेश्वरज्ञाय अद्य ब्रह्मणे द्वितीये पराधे श्रीश्वेतवाराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे कलिपथं चरणे जाम्बुद्वीपे नॉर्थ अमेरिका खंडे कनाडा देशे ब्राम्टन्नगरे भवानी शंकर मंदिरे आर्याव्रतान्तर्गता ब्रह्माव्रतेकदेशे विक्रमशके बौद्धावतारे वर्तमाने यथानाम संवत्सरे श्री शुभ संवत 2079 श्री रक्षस्नामाब्दः संवत्सरे अस्य श्री पौषमासे कृष्णपक्षे शुक्रवासरे प्रतिपदा तिथौयां मृगशिरा नक्षत्रः शुभयोगः कौलौकरन् रवि दक्षिणायने एवं गुणाविशेषणा विशिष्टायां शुभपुण्यदिने सकलश्रुति स्मृति पौराणोक्तः फलप्राप्तिकामम् आमुक्नां यजमानस्य जजमानजनं नाम छठी महेश नामधेयस्य धर्मपत्नी लीलावती नामधेयस्य जन्मनक्षत्र जन्म उत्सव पूजनम अस्य श्री गणपति भगवान पूजनम कलस्थापना वरुण देवता श्री शिवशंकर भगवान लिंग अभिषेकम पूजनम जगदंबिका दुर्गा माता देवी पूजनम षोडशोपचार पूजनम सर्वदेव नमस्कारम मंगलाचरम श्री दुर्गा जगदंबिका प्रीत्यार्थम संकीर्तनम महाप्रसादम आरातिक्यम पूजनम पूर्वकम नैरुज्य दीर्घायु पुष्टि धन धान्य समृद्धियातम मिति संकल्पम। Om Swasti Vachana, to harmonize the energies and to bring peaceful energies into our minds. Om Swasti na Indro Vriddhashravaha, Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha, Swasti no Sthariksho Varishthanemihi, Swasti no Brihaspatir Dadhatu, Om Paya Prithvyam Paya Oshadhisho, Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Dhaha, Payaswati Pradisha Santu Mahyam. Om Vishnu Raratmasi Vishnu Snaptrishto Vishnu Surasi Vishnu Drovasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetava. Om Agnir Devata Vatu Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Vaso Devata Rudra Devata Aditya Devata Marto Devata Vishve Deva Devata Brihaspatir Devata Indro Devata Varno Devata. Om Dhyo Shantirantarikshagam Prithvi Shantirapa Shanti Aushadaya Shanti Vanaspate Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi Sushantir. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yadbhadrantanna Asu Ima Rudraya Tavase Kapardine Shayadviraya Prabhara Mahemati Yatha Shamasadvipade Chatushpade Vishwam Pushtam Grame Asminnanaturam. Etante Deva Savitar Yagyam Prahur Brihaspataye Brahmane Tena Yagyam Avatena Yagyapatim Tena Ma. Om Mano Jyotirjushatam Majasya Brihaspatir Yagyamimam Tanotvarishtagam Yagyagvam Samimam Dadhatu Vishve Deva Saihamadayanta Mogam Pratishta Eshave Pratishtanam Yagyo Yatre Tena Yagyena Yajanti Sarvameva Pratishtitam. Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Priyanam Tva Priyapatigam Havamahe Nidhinam Tva Nidhipatigam Havamahe Vaso Mama Aham Jani Garvadhama Tvam Majasi Garvadham. Namo Ganibhyo Ganapatibhyascha Vo Namo Namo Vratebhyo Vratapatibhyascha Vo Namo Namo Gritsebhyo Gritsapatibhyascha Vo Namo Namo Virupebhyo Vishvarupebhyascha Vo. Om Sumukhasya Kadantasya Kapilo Gajakarnaka Lambodarasya Vikato Vignarajo Dhumraketurganadhaksho Bhalachandro Gajanana Dvadashaitani Namani Yapate Chuniyadape Vidyarambhe Vivahescha Praveshe Nirgame Tatha Sangrame Sankataschaiva Vignastasya Najayate. Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavarnam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Iti Swasti Vachanam. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. First puja to Lord Ganesha, seeking his blessings and guidance and purifying our thoughts. Om Gam Ganeshaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Dhyanam Samarpayami Namaha. Gajananam Bhutganadisevitam Kapittajambo Phalcharu Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwara Pankajam. Avahanamasana Samarpayami Namam Padhyam Samarpayami Namam. Om Ushnorakam Nirmalam Cha Sarvasogandha Sanyuktam Parprakshalanarthaya Dattam Te Pratigrahatam Padhyam अर्घ्यम आचमन्यम स्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। पंचामृतमया नीतं पयोदधिघृतं मधु शर्करा समायुक्तं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृहताम्। पंचामृतमहास्नानं जतुभ्यं समर्पयामि नमः। गंगे च यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिंधु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। स्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। यज्ञोपवीतं चतुभ्यं समर्पयामि नमः। गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शनित्यपुष्टां करीशिनीम् ईश्वरीगं सर्वभूतानां तामिहो पह्वये श्रियं गन्धं धारयामि नमः। अक्षतां समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। अक्षतां समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ सुमुखाय नमः। ॐ एकदन्ताय नमः। ॐ कपिलाय नमः। ॐ गजकर्णकाय नमः। ॐ लंबोदराय नमः। ॐ विकटाय नमः। ॐ विघ्नराजाय नमः। ॐ विनायकाय नमः। ॐ धूम्रकेतवे नमः। ॐ गणाध्यक्षाय नमः। ॐ भालचन्द्राय नमः। ॐ गजाननाय नमः। ॐ वक्रतुण्डाय नमः। ॐ शूर्पकर्णाय नमः। ॐ हेरम्बाय नमः। ॐ स्कन्दपूर्वजाय नमः। गङ्गणपतये नमः। दूर्वं समर्पयामि पुष्पं समर्पयामि नमः। प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरे नित्यं आयुः कामार्थसिद्धये। प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजेन्द्रं धूम्रवारणं तथाष्टमं नवमं भालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठे नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिं करं प्रभु। विद्यार्थी लभते विद्यां धनार्थी लभते धनं पुत्रार्थी लभते पुत्रां मोक्षार्थी लभते गतिं। जपेत गणपति स्तोत्रं षड्भिर्मासी फलं लभेत संवत्सरेण सिद्धिं च लभते नास्ते स संशय। अष्टभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यश्च लिखित्वा य समर्पयेत् तस्य विद्या भवेत् सर्वगणेशस्य प्रसीदताम्। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। अनेन पूजनेन श्री महागणपते नमः। भोले गणपति भगवान की जय। Such a kalash now, giving thanks to the entire creation for all the blessings we receive every day. ॐ कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कंठे रुद्र समाश्रिताः मूले तस्या स्थिते ब्रह्मा मध्ये मातृगणस्मृताः कूक्षौ तु सागरा सर्वसप्तदीप वसुन्धरा ऋग्वेदोऽथ यजुर्वेदो सामवेदो यथर्वणम् अंगैश्च सहिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिताः श्रीकलशदेवाय नमः। ॐ सरिता सागरा शैलास्थिरतानि जलदानदा आयन्तु यजमानका दूरतक्षयकारका ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। गन्धम् अक्षतां समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ वं प्रचेतसे नमः। ॐ वं स्वरूपिणे नमः। ॐ वं अपां पतये नमः। ॐ वं जलाधिपतये नमः। ॐ वं पाशहस्ताय नमः। ॐ वं तीर्थराजाय नमः। ॐ वं अकर्मणिभूषणाय नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। वरुण भगवान की जय। धूपमाग्रापयामि नमः। ॐ वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्धाढ्यो गन्ध उत्तमाम् आग्रह सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। धूपमाग्रापयामि नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। नैवेद्यमाचमनीयं समर्पयामि नमः। शर्कराघृतसंयुक्तं मधुरं स्वादुचोत्तमम् उपहारासमायुक्तं नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ताम्बूलफलं जदुभ्यं समर्पयामि नमां दक्षिणां। हिरण्यगर्भगर्भस्थं हेमबीजं विभावसु अनन्तपुण्यफलदामता शान्तिं प्रयक्ष मे। ॐ नमो मकरवाहनाय पाशहस्ताय वे नमः। नमो प्रचेतसेनाय वं वरुणाय नमो नमः। वं वरुणाय नमः। दीपं कर्पूरनीराजनं ज्योतिः। बोले वरुण भगवान की जय। Om. Prayers today, Kalash. Giving gratitude for all that we receive and we don't even know what it is. We give thanks and gratitude to Bhagwan and ask for the blessings every day. Om Devadanav Samvade Matyamano Mahodado Utpano Sutada Kumbho Vidhrito Vishnuna Swayam Tvato ye sarvatirthani deva sarve tvaititam त्वयि तिष्ठन्ति भूतानि त्वयि प्राणा प्रतिष्ठिता शिवस्वयं त्वमेवासि विष्णुस्त्वं च प्रजापतिम् आदित्या वसवो रुद्रा विश्वे देवा सपैत्रिका सानिध्यं कुरु मे देवा प्रसन्नो भव सर्वदा। प्रेम से बोलो वरुण भगवान की जय। All right, over to Shivji. Joshua, how are you? Good to see you. Everything all right? Amanda, how are you? Nice to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When are you due?
March.
बोले उमापति महादेव की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। Salutations to Bhagwan Shiva on this very beautiful day. May Bhagwan Shivji accept the prayers of Uncle Bhims, Auntie Lalita, and their family on the occasion of his birthday. May Bhagwan Shiv always guide and protect all of them. And life is given you so much. We give thanks and appreciation for all of that and worship Mahadev on this beautiful day. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Vande Devamumapatim Suragurum Vande Jagat Karanam Vande Pannagabhushanam Mrigadharam Vande Pashunam Patim Vande Surya Shashank Vahnanayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhakta Janashrayancha Vardam Vande Shivam Shankaram Shantam Padmasanastam Shashidharamukutam Panchavakram Trinetram Shulam Vajram Chakhargam Parashubhabayadam Dakshinange Mahantam Nagam Pasham Chagantadamaruk Sahitam Chakusham Vamabhage Nanalankara-yuktam Sphatikamananibham Parvatisham Namami Sambasara Shivaye Namaha Samarpayami Namaha Avahanam Samarpayami Asanam Samarpayami Namaha Padhyamarghayam Achmanyam Snanam Samarpayami Namaham Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jalayasmin Sannidhim Kurum Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Om Namaste Rudramanyavauto Taishave Namaha Namaste Astu Dhanmane Bahubhyamudate Namaha Yata Ishu Shivatama Shivam Babhuvate Tanuhu Shiva Sharabhyaya Tavatayano Rudramidaya Yate Rudra Shiva Tanura Ghora Papakashini Sayanasthanava Shantamaya Girishantadhishakashihi Yami Shungirishantahastar Vivarshastave Shivam Giritrutam Kurumahi Gamsi Purusham Jagata Shivena Bachasa Tvam Girisha Chavadamasi Yathanaha Sarvamid Jagaya Dakshmagum Sumanasata Atyavoda Divaktam Pratamo Dibyo Vishakaha Ahi Gacha Sarvaam Jambayantu Sarva Asithanyah Asoyasthamro Aruna Utababluho Sumangalaha Yeche Magam Rudrabhito Diksho Shutaha Sahasraksho Vaishagam Eda Imahe Asoya Sarpati Nila Grivo Vilohitaha Utainam Gopadrishan Udharya Utainam Vishwabhutani Sadashto Mridayatinaha Namo Astu Nila Grivaya Sahasraya Medushe Athoye Asya Satvano Hamtebhyo Karanam Mama Pramuncha Dhanmanudhayo Bharuvyatriyo Jam Yaschate Hasta Ishava Parata Bhagavo Vapa Avatatva Dhanustwagam Sahasraksha Shate Shate Nishilya Shalyana Mukha Shivo Naha Sumana Bhava Vidyam Dhanu Kabardino Vishalyo Vanavagam Mutaha Aneshanasyeshah Abhurasya Nishangatihi Yate Hetirme Jushtum Haste Babhuvate Danuhu Tayasman Vishwatasmayakshmaya Paribujaha नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय तताय विष्णवे उभाभ्याम तते नमो बाहुभ्याम पवधम नने परिते धन्मनो हेतुरस्मावृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो यः इषुधिस्तवारु अस्मन्निदेहितं शम्भवे नमः। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय कालग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। अच्छा, ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। Please, all of you can come stand here for a little bit if you like to witness the bathing ceremony, and after that you'll go back and sit. बोले ओम जगदम्बिका माता की जय। ओम नमश्चंदिकाय। बोले जगदम्बिका दुर्गा माता की। Our prayers and thanks to Ma Durga. Today is Friday, and today is Uncle Bhu's birthday. We give special thanks to the divine Ma Durga, seek her blessings. Witnessing her bathing ceremony creates an internal bath for us all as well. As we pray to her today, may her Shakti, may her strength always be upon him. Bless him in abundance for making the sacrifice, taking the time and effort to do puja today. Om Sarvamangal Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्याठ रहे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। अस्य श्री जगदम्बिका माता ध्यानं समर्पयामि। नमश्चंदिकाय। ओम नमश्चंदिकाय। ओम नमश्चंदिकाय। Om Namaschandikaya. Om Shruno Devi Pravakshyami Kunjikaha Stotramuttamam Yena Mantra Prabhavena Chandi Japaha Shubho Bhavet Nakavacham Nargala Stotram Kilakam Narahasya. Swayo nirvaparvatim maranam mohanam vasya stambano chatanadikam patamatrena sansiddhayet kunjika stotramuttamam atamantraha Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Om Glam Hum Klim Jum Saha Jwale Jwale Jwal Jwal Prajwal Prajwala Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Jwal Ham Sam Lam Shampat Swaha Iti Mantraha Namaste Rudra Rupinye Namaste Madhumardine Namaha Ketavaharinye Namaste Maishadine Namaste Shumbhahantresha Nishubha Suragatini Jagritam He Mahadevi Japam Siddhyam Karushame Himkari Shushtarupaye Himkali Patipalaka Klimkari Kamarupinye Hijarupe Namostate Chamunda Changadhatischa Yankari Varadayini Viche cha Vayada Nityam Namaste Mantarupini Dham Dhim Dhum Durjage Patnim Vam Vim Vum Vagareshwari Ram Krim Krum Kalika Devi Sham Shim Shum Me Shabam Kuru Hum 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 Kara Rupinye Jam 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 Banadine Brahm Brim Brum Bhedavi Bhadre Bhavani Te Namo Namaha Om Am Kam Sham Tam Tam Pam Yam Sham Vim Dum Aim Vim Ham Sham Jagraham Digagraham Trotre Totre Deeptam Kuru Kuru Swaha Pam Pim Pum Parvati Purnam Kham Kim Kum Keshari Tatha Sam Sim Sum Saptashari Divye Mantra Siddhyam Karushame Idam Tu Kunjika Stotram Manta Jakarti Hetave Abhakte Deva Dhatabhyam Gopitam Raksha Parvati Yastu Kunjikaya Devi Hinam Saptashati Pate Natasye Jayate Siddhe Hanye Rodhanam Yata Iti Shri Rudrayamale Gauri Tantre Shiva Parvati Sambade Kunjika Stotram Sampurnam Hey Bol Sache Darbare Ki Jai
चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे। हम बोले हैं जन्म जन्म के, हम बोले हैं जन्म जन्म के, निस दिन देते फेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे। तू धरती जग पालन करती, अंबर का दार है तू। सब सुख जोते सब दुख जोते, इस जीवन का सार है तू। तू सत्यम तू शिवम सुंदरम, तू सत्यम तू शिवम सुंदरम। हम सब जप विष तेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे। होश में आंसू भूल में श्रद्धा, अंतर में कर उजियारे। तेरे मंदिर में नतमस्तक, नभ में सूरज चांद सितारे। हमने तेरे मुस्कानों में, हमने तेरे मुस्कानों में देखे मधुर सवेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे। हम बोरे हैं जन्म जन्म के, हम बोरे हैं जन्म जन्म के, निस दिन देते फेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे, चरण कमल है तेरे। जय जय माँ, 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 जय जय माँ। तेरे शरण आए, देखो हे अम्बे माता। तेरे शरण आए, देखो हे अम्बे माता। चारों दिशा से
चारों दिशा से भक्ति आशा से भक्तों के वीर आए। ओ माता तेरे शरण आए। देखो हे अम्बे माता, देखो हे अम्बे माता, देखो हे अम्बे माता। Happy birthday, bud. All the very best to you. God bless.
Bole Mahapati Mahadev ki jai. We'll do the Durga Ma Chalisa as we do every Friday, and after that we'll do the beautiful darshan of Ma Durga, where all of you will come and have our blessings. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Uncle Dean. Bhagavati Mata's richest blessings. As per request, 40 verses of glories to Bhagavati Ma. So please join me. Om Ganganeshaya Namaha Saraswati Namaha Shri Guru Devebhyo Namaha Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvart Sadike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namastute Devi Narayani Namastute. Jai Ambe Jagadambe Ma Jai Ambe Jagadambe. Namo Namo Durge Sukh Karni Namo Namo Ambe Dukh Harni निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी तीहू लोक पहले उजियारी शशिललाट मुख महा विशाला नेत्र लाल प्रकृति विकराला रूप मातु को अधिक सुहावे दर्श करत जन अति सुख पावे जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
तुम संसार शक्ति लय कीना पालन हेतु अन्न धन दीना अन्नपूर्णा हुई है जगपाला तुम ही आदि सुंदरी बाला
प्रलय काल सबना शनहार, तुम गौरी शिव शंकर प्यारे। शिव योगी तुम्हारे गुण गावे, ब्रह्मा विष्णु तुम्हें नित्य ध्यावे। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
रूप सरस्वती का तुम दारा, जय सुबोधि ऋषि मुनि न उबारा। धरो रूप नरसिंह को अम्बा, परगत भय पार कर कंबा। रक्षा करी प्रहलाद बचायो, हिरण्याकशु को स्वर्ग पतायो। लक्ष्मी रूप धरो जगमाई, श्री नारायण अंग समाई। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
क्षीर सिंधु में करत विलासा, दया सिंधु दी जय मन आशा। हिंगलाज में तुम्ही भवानी, महिमा अमित न जाए भकानी। मातंगी धूमावती माता, भुवनेश्वरी बगला सुखदाता। श्री भैरव तारा जगतारनि, चिन्ह बाल भव दुख निहारन। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
शीर के हरिवाहन सो है भवानी, लंगूर वीर चलत अगवानी। कर में कपर कर गविराज, जाको देख काल धर बाज। सो है कर अस्त त्रिशूला, जात उतर शत्रु ही शूला। नगर कोटि में तुम्ही विराजत, त्यू लोक में डंका बाजत। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
शुंभ निशुंभ दानव तुम हमारे, रक्त बीज शंकन संहारे। महिषासुर नृपु अति अभिमानी, जही अगबार मही अकुलानी। रूप कराल काली को दारा, सेन सहित तुम ही संहारा। परही गार संतन पर जब जब, पही सहाय माता तुम तब तब। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
अमरपुरी अरबा सब लोका, तब महिमा सब रहे अशोका। बाला में है ज्योति तुम्हारी, तुम्हें सदा पूजे नर नारी। प्रेम भक्ति से जो जस गावे, दुख हारे द्र निकट नहीं आवे। ध्याये तुम्हें जो नर मन लाए, जन्म मरण का को च्युत ज्ञाये। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मां जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
योगी सुर मुनि कहत पुकारे, जोग न हो बिन शक्ति तुम्हारे। शंकर आचरी है तब कीनो, कामर क्रोध जैते सब लीनो। निशि दिन ध्यान धरो शंकर को, काहू काल नहीं तुमिरो तुमको। शक्ति रूप करो मन माये, शक्ति गए मन तन तचताये। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
शरणागत हुई कीर्ति बखानी, जय 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 जगदम्ब भवानी। बही प्रसन्न आदि जगदम्बा, दई शक्ति नहीं कीन विलम्बा। मूक मात कष्ट अति घेरो, तुम बिन कौन हरे दुख मेरो। आशा तृष्णा निपत सतावे, रिपु मूरत मोहि अति धर पावे। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
शत्रुनाश की जय महारानी, सुमिरो एक चित तुम्हें बखानी। करो कृपा है माँ तू दयाला, रिद्धि सिद्धि के करो निहाला। जब लग जियो दया फल पावे, तुम्हारो यश में सदा सुनाओ। दुर्गा चालीसा जो कोई गावे, सब सुख भोग परम पद पावे। जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
देवी दास शरण निच जावे, करो कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी। जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ जय अम्बे जगदम्बे।
बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। Everybody's invited now. We'll do the alankar of the Divine Mother. So if you're come for the first time, you can come a little closer to see the Mother when we reveal her. All of you, everybody, come a little closer. Those sitting in the back, please come as well. It's a tradition we have. So when the Mother comes down from the tiger to bless all of you, she doesn't have to walk too far, you know. ॐ शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थ रहे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया, स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया, स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया, स्वागतं
मैया शरणागतं मैया।
स्वागतं
सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया ओ स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं
शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया
शरणागतं मैया स्वागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया ओ शरणागतं मैया शरणागतं मैया सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्याठरहे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते जयकारा शेरवालिदा बोल साचे दरबार की आई माई मेरी जगमग जोता वाली माता तेरी सदा ही बोले दुर्गा माता की बोले भवानी माता की
Ma Durga is always in her splendor at this temple. And today when the Alankar was done, Uncle Bhims and his family were in front of her. May her fiery, strong, powerful eyes burn away all impurities that may come in their way. May she always protect Uncle Bhims and Auntie Lalita and their entire family. And bless him in abundance for making sacrifice and giving thanks on his special day. And to all the lovely people in attendance, family and friends, may the Divine Mother, she's called Shakti Rupe in Sanskrit. She is the very form of power. She's the very form of power. If you stand beside her, you feel powerful. If you stand in front of her, you become powerful. And if she lives with you, then nothing is able to stand in your way. May the strong, mighty arms of the Divine Mother, Ashtadasha Bhujarup, the 18 strong, mighty arms, always hover upon them in the form of protection. Bole Bhavani Mata ki, Annapurna Mata ki Jai. Thank you all very much for participating in the darshan of the Divine Mother. Please go back to your respective seats. Those who are ill, or if you can sit on the ground, please sit on the chair. But the young ones who can sit on the floor, please sit on the floor. It's quite healthy for you. Let's do a little chanting to the Divine Mother. We'll do prashad afterwards. I just want to keep the level of the energy right. So what we're going to do is sing the Tantruktam Devi Suktam. This is the chanting Pandit Suraj does here every Friday. Pandit Suraj, by the way, I'm doing the service not because of anything. He does a better job than me. It is just that it's Uncle Beam's birthday and we're close. So I thought of extending that love and affection to the family. But Pandit Suraj, when he's here, he does a better job than me. I think we all know that. We just do this today because of the event. So let's chant today the Devi Tantrukta. And what this prayer is saying, for those of you who have never heard it, it's adoring the Divine Mother in so many ways. You know, I think the people come here so often, they understand this teaching, but I see some new faces, and it's important to understand what we're doing, right? So we say, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupe Na Sanstita. Buddhi means the intelligence. Then we are addressing the Divine Mother as the one with the highest intelligence. Then we say to her, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupe Na Sanstita. The one who is extremely powerful, Shakti Rupe. Then we say, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Trishna Rupe Na Sanstita, the one who quenches our thirst. So then you may want to say, Panditji, what is this? What really is she? Is she the intelligent one, Buddhi Rupe? Is she the Shakti Rupe, the very powerful one? Or is she Trishna Rupe, the one who quenches? Who really is she? Why are you giving her all these names? Can I ask you a question? Hello? Can I ask you a question? You're supposed to say yes? Okay, very good. So, oh, by the way, if you don't know, I'm trying my best to be a comedian, so you have to very support me when I try to make some jokes. Hello? You have to laugh. Even if the joke is bad, you have to pretend that the joke is good. Chris? And I know you're wearing a mask, so you have to just shake up like this so I know that you're laughing, right? So please support me. I'm trying my best to be a comedian. So what happens? How many names, let me ask you a question. How many names do you have? Right? How many names do you have? I know when, you know, a child goes to school or something like that and you do well, what do we say? Oh, you're so smart. We call you the smart one. Then you go to the gym and you start to lift all those weights and then all those things, and we say, oh, you're the strong one, right? And then you offer a bottle of water to somebody, you quench someone's thirst. That's what she does. She's the smart one, she's the strong one, and she quenches the thirst of the world. The difference between her smartness and ours is that we only possess a tinge, a little mustard seed comparison, if I can use that comparison. So you can think of an ocean filled with mustard seed. When you tell somebody they are smart and they're intelligent, you are just smart as a mustard seed comparing to the ocean of mustard seeds that she is. So let's never ever let anything at all get to us, because whatever we have achieved, remember, we are a spark of the divine. That is all we are, a spark. And just like we are sparking every day, and at some point we become a light, and we are bright, we are happy about it, one day that light will dim and that spark, will no longer exist. Never be extremely over proud of anything, because everything is a gift from the Devi. So lovely to see all of you this evening. And let us chant this beautiful, sing this beautiful chanting. Again, Panisura does it every Friday, so I'll try to do it today, and all of you will join with me as well.
Om Namo Divye Mahadivye Shivaye Satatam Namaha Nama Prakritye Bhadraye Niyata Pranata Smata Raudraye Namo Nityaye Gaurye Dhatre Namo Namaha Jyotsnyaye Chindurupinye Sukhaye Satatam Namaha Kalyanye Pranatam Vridhe Siddhe Kurmo Namo Namaha Nairitye Bhubhritam Lakshmi Sharvanye Te Namo Namaha Durgaye Durgaparaye Saraye Sarvakarinye Tate Tatheva Krishnaye Dhumraye Satatam Namaha Ati Somya Tirodraye Natatastye Namo Namaha Namo Jagat Pratishthaya Divye Kritye Namo Namah. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति षड्भिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो
नमस्तस्यै नमो
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु चेतनेत्या विधीयते नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो
नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु निद्रारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शुद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु छायारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु कृष्णरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु जातिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लज्जारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
हो या देवी सर्वभूतेषु कान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु वृत्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु स्मृतिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु तुष्टिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै
नमो नमः
ओ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः
इन्द्रियाणामधिष्ठात्री भूतानां चाखिलेषु या भूतेषु सततं दस्ये व्याप्ति दिव्ये नमो नमः चित्तिरूपेण या कृत्स्नम् एतद्व्याप्ता स्थिता जगत् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः ओ नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः 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 नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः बोले जगदम्बिका माता की.
In all these forms, we pray and ask that the Divine Mother's blessings be always upon Uncle Beams for a long life, a healthy life, blissful life, to continue to share all the beautiful things and to continue to share himself with everybody as he does today. So before we even go on, I have a tendency to always miss the most important things in a service. I think that's fine sometimes, but before we do anything else, I would like all of you to join with me as we wish a gem among us, a gentleman, a true special human being, a happy 65th birthday. Please let us clap our hands and send lots of cheers and blessings to him. I don't need to speak about Uncle Beams to most of you, perhaps a little to the Mandir people, but most of his close family and friends are here. His mother is here, which is a real blessing for him. He's 65 and he's so blessed to have his mother here with him. As you know, Matri Deo Bhava, Pitri Deo Bhava, Acharya Deo Bhava. We can have all the blessings from the gods today and the divine, but when the hands of his mother is lifted and raised to bless him, then no other blessing matters in this world. Everything else is dessert, but the blessings of the mother is very important. So nice to see her today and to join with him in his birthday. I happen to know the family very well, an extended family to some level. You know, we sometimes crave for people to come in our lives, and sometimes we crave for people to leave our lives as well, depending on what experience you're having, right? This family came into our lives a few years ago, and we always crave for their presence because they bring so much joy, they bring so much happiness. It is always a couple, and I speak about them, of course, as the extended family. But it's always a couple that comes and, you know, in a short time, we always look forward for their presence because, like I always say, when the mind, you know, reflects upon the presence of some people in your life, and if they're good, then you're lightened up. You're like, I'm going to be in the company of, you know, these lovely people today. And right away you look forward for the event. And next thing you know, right away you think about Pandit Hardat. Oh God, I'm going to see he. Oh, you ask me how long I'm going to come on there now, and then you hold moon damping, right? You're supposed to laugh. It's a joke. Hello? You thought I was serious? No, you got to look forward to. Anyways, the last part was a joke. The first part was real. Anyways, but that is how we are really connected, and we became so close in a very short time. Good people are very difficult to find in this life. Very, very difficult. And this is without being judgmental. You know, we're not judging people, okay, you bad and you good. I'm not saying that, because you may want to think, why am I not saying that about you? But good people, it's very difficult to find good people. You know, the word good is such a simple word to use. But sometimes we are afraid to use it, and we look for more complex things to describe a simple human being. Right? How often do you hold a person, or you not hold, but how often do you say to a person, you're a good man, right? Sometimes we come up with a lot of fancy names, but we forget to tell people, you're a good human being, right? You're a good woman, you're a good human being. It's a nice thing to do. Because we all know that when we mold the roses in our garden, when we mold the flowers in our garden, weeds will grow, and weeds will grow bigger, taller than your flowers, because that is their curse, right? And all of us carry that in us. But don't worry with the weeds. You know, if you have time to weed them, take them out, it's fine. But always let the flower in someone grow. And that is what you do by telling someone, you're a good man, you're a good human being. Never ever wait for the time to go to a place where they can't hear you and tell them and read their life about them, right? Tell them, you're a good man, you're a good woman, you're a good person. That's all that matters. I would like to leave a little katha with you, a little message with you from the Holy Scriptures this evening. You know, for Hindus, we are never short of scriptures. We have so many. We are never short of God. If you get tired of one, then you move on to the next one. Right? Hello? So never ever say that you can be tired of a God. Whether there is one God or many God, I don't want to discuss that today. But you can count. You know, sometimes we have more God in this temple more than people. Hello? It's funny, you gotta laugh. Sometimes we have more God in this temple than people. Right? And sometimes I turn sideways and I'm speaking to them because they are the Shrotas. For 2 years we had only Shrota. The only Shrotas in this temple was them. And so you know what happened after 2 years when I finished delivering my katha to them for 2 years? I'm not kidding. You can laugh. But after 2 years, I turned to all of them and says, I was your pandit for 2 years speaking to you alone. You have to give me dakshina now. Isn't that funny, Auntie Darius? I said, I was your pandit for 2 years, so you have to give dakshina to your pandit. But it's funny because we have to have a very casual, beautiful relationship with God. Bhagwan or the Lord is not someone that you should fear. When people say we are God-fearing, it's not nice. We should never be afraid of God. You should never express, serious, tell you pray, be serious about your prayers. No. Have a very casual relationship with your divine, because that is the one who you go to every day and have a conversation with. Very little message this evening because this evening I wasn't looking forward for, of course we're looking forward for the puja, but I'm looking forward to socializing afterwards because all these lovely people of Uncle Beams and Auntie Lalita, who I have been talking to through a little camera for years, I'm seeing some of them for the first time today. Of course, when I came in, I was greeted by Miss Niagara, who was at the back. And I'm so happy to see you. You're doing well. God bless you. And of course, all the other family members and so who are here. Uncle Jaipal is here as well. He is always so. This whole family is a Shanti Satsangh family. They're all chatting and conversating and the whole works. So it's so lovely to see. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you before we go. And if I don't know your name, because all of you look alike, please forgive me. Your company matters to me, that's all. So lovely to see all the family and friends and the people from the temple. So once upon a time, here goes my little story. Once upon a time, two vultures were having a conversation. One by the name of Kakbasund, two vultures. These are not little vultures, you know. The planes, and you think 747, all that, they are small comparing to these big vultures. One was by the name of Kakbasund, and one by the name of Garud. Kakbasund, he was a scholar. Imagine he was a vulture, but he was a scholar. He knew the scriptures in and out. He knew the life of Ram Bhagwan inside out. A little lesson for all the Hindus, or whatever faith you or religion you practice. It is important to know generally, if you're not an ardent Hindu or Christian or Muslim, it is important to know generally what your scriptures represent, and generally some of the main, people who participated in your history. Kakbasund, he was not a general guy. He was just so educated in the scriptures. And he knew the life of Lord Rama. So one day, Garud, who is big vulture as well, he came from the heavens. And he wanted to know about the life story of Lord Rama because he was the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu took the avatar of Rama. So he wants to hear. So he goes to Lord Shiva and he says, Shivji, tell me about the life of my Lord Ram. Bhagwan Shivji says, Garud, listen, I'm a very busy guy, man. I need to go places. I need to see people. And beside, you're a big vulture. I don't speak the bird language. So guess what? You have to go to this guy. His name is, this vulture, his name is Kagbusund. You both are vultures together. You speak the same language. You'll better understand him, you know. So he, big wings, and he went and he meet Kagbusund. Oh, two giant of vultures sat together. When two people sit together, what do you talk about? What do you talk about when you sit together? Right? You talk about the Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, you know, right? How he used to blow the basuri, right? That's what we talk about. Of course, nobody's life is our business, so we don't talk about them. So what do you talk about when you meet together? These two vultures are going to meet now. And you know what they talked about? They talked about the greatness of God. And then at one point, Garud asked him, this part of the katha is called Sapta Prashna. Garud asked him about, 5 things very specifically. This will take 5 weeks to explain, but we will talk about one tonight. And he asked him about 5 things specifically. So the first thing he talked about, he asked, right? Because he's a seeker. He wants to know this great vulture. So what happens now? He said, I'm going to ask you, some questions. And what is the first question he asked?
प्रथम ही कहु नाथ मति धीरा सब ते दुर्लभ कवन शरीरा प्रथम ही कहु नाथ मति धीरा सब ते दुर्लभ कवन शरीरा प्रथम ही कहु नाथ मति धीरा सब ते दुर्लभ कवन शरीरा पर दुख कवन कवन सुख भारी सो संक्षेप कहु विचारी पर दुख कवन कवन सुख भारी सो संक्षेप ही कहु विचारी श्री राम जय जय राम 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 संत असंत परम तुम जानो तिन्ह कर सहज सुभाव बखानो कवन पुण्य श्रुति विदित विशाला कहु कवन अघ परम कराला मानस रोग कहु समझाई तुम सर्वज्ञ कृपा अधिकाई श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
I want you to think about this for a second. The Hindus believe, according to our books, we don't just believe things like that, that the heaven, we have 7 levels of heaven. And it is a space. We can say heaven is on the earth of all that. But heaven is beyond the description, beyond the reach of the skies, beyond the reach of the sight. Heaven is beyond in a physical place. So you imagine Kagbasund, he had to come through the layers and layers of heaven to come to the earth. And we all know when the space rocket and so go, come from space and they come to the earth, they have to have shield, heat shield. Otherwise they'll burn. So imagine this vulture. He flew through all the heat and everything and he come. So he feel very powerful. Kagbasund. So he says, Garud, the great teacher, tell me, Pratamahu kahahu natamati dira sabate durlabh kavan sarira. He said, tell me which is the most powerful form on this earth. Tell me which is the most powerful form on this earth. And you know, he's flapping his wings like this. Which is the most powerful form on this earth that is more difficult to attain? And you think about it. Which is the most powerful form on this earth that is most difficult to attain? All of us want to be something that we can never be. All of us want to be something that we can never be, or want to have something from someone that we'll never have. All of us want to be as fast as the cheetah, but we're stuck with our 2 feet. All of us want to be as powerful as the elephants, but we're stuck with our human body, right? All of us want to be something or take something from someone that we will never, may never have. Kagbo Sundaji said, tell me, my friend, what is the most difficult body to attain on this planet, and the most powerful body to attain? Secondly, bar dukh kavan kavan sukh bhari soi sanshept hi kahu vichari. And after you tell me that, next consider, my friend, and tell me briefly. Sanshept means briefly. So I'm going to be very brief with you tonight because I want to socialize. There's Bojan as well. He said, tell me very briefly, my friend, that what is the greatest pain and what is the highest pleasure on this earth? We may not get there tonight. Explain to me as well the inherent characteristics of the good and the bad. For this is a secret into which you have deep insight. My friend, tell me also what is the highest religious merit known in the Vedas, and what is the most deadly sin. It's going to take us a long, long time, but Kagbasunji listened and he responds. He says, my friend, Nartan nam nahi kavan nahi dehi Jeev charachar jachat dehi. He said, my friend, there is one form that all other forms covet. They are jealous of this one form. And that, my friend, is the form of a human being. That is the form of a human being. Swami Raghavacharya was giving a beautiful katha. And he says, have you ever thought of why the dog is always barking at you? Or why the snake always wants to bite you? The bees always want to sting you? The marlbonta, and this is what I'm going to ask all the people now, do you know what a marlbonta is? They always want to sting you. The bees want to sting you. The snake want to bite you. The dog always is barking at you. The lions are running after you for your flesh. Have you ever wondered why they do that? Swami Raghavacharya was explaining this. He says most of them do that because they want to have that body. They want to have that body that you occupy. They want to have this body because with this body, this is the only body that you can experience a certain level of pleasure in that nobody can attain in this world. Naratan sab nahi kavanahu deki, jiva charachar achat deki. There is no form as good as the form of a man, a human being. A form every living creature, moving or motionless, most fervently desires. See what I said? All of them desire. The dog wants to be you. The cat wants to be you. The snake wants to be you. The bees want to become you. All of them want to be you. Because what you can do, none of those other forms can do. Now, a little comparison is made here. A little comparison is made here because how are we the best form that exists on this planet. How are we higher than the animals? They eat, they procreate, they sleep, they wake up, they run. All the things that we do, they do. But what they don't have, that we have, is this thing called higher intelligence, buddhi. An animal may be smart in many ways. I mean, come on, they're using dogs to sniff drugs from people's suitcase. If you see dogs in Guyana, they must sniff everybody's suitcase. Everybody got to open a suitcase. And when they open a suitcase, it's chutney. There's no drugs here, chutney they must smell, right? A dog has this sense of smell, right? Snakes, when an earthquake is happening in many places, you know what happened? The snakes, the cobra has no sense, stone deaf, but because they're so close to the earth, they feel the vibrations that are going to come weeks ahead. They start to move away. The animals, they move away. Human beings don't know that, right? When we see little sun come out and rain come out, we think it's time to enjoy life. They know that it's different. Now, how is it that we are more elevated than them? It is because we have the ability to decide between right and wrong. We have the ability to disassociate and to associate. They don't know. They raise their kids on the streets. Well, not in Canada, but they raise their kids on the street. They eat on every places. A human being makes choices to do very different things. My friend, all other creatures crave for this form called the human form. It is the latter, this form that we have, that takes the soul either to the lower levels of Narak or to the heavens or to final liberation. This form that we have is the only form. It is the bestower of blessings of wisdom, dispassion, and devotion. This is Ramayana, Uttarakhand. And those so mamudhari hari bhajau na jenar hoi vicharat manam mandiratah, those who have attained to this body and yet worship not God, but wallow in the very basest of sensual lust, throw away the philosopher's stone which they had in their hands to grasp instead bits of common glass. Right? It's a beautiful analogy here. What are we using the body to do? Base level things, right? Base level things. I always use the example as a 9-to-5er. There's nothing wrong being a 9-to-5er, but I always say, my friends always tell me, that you work too hard, man. You have to pray every day to God, and you're happy, and look, I'm happy, I'm not doing all that. I said, what do you do, man? I go to work, clock in at 9, I come out at 5, mow the lawn, open the garage, I sit on my couch, my chair outside, I look at the traffic, I enjoy it with my friends, I do a little barbecue. When it's time, I eat dinner, close down the garage, I go to bed, watch a little TV, go to bed, wake up the next morning, plus repeat. That's all I do. And I'm so happy. Look at you. What do you mean, look at me? Because they know what I do. Both of us are happy. The challenge is, one type of happiness is short-lived, and one of them is perennial. When we can use this body to enjoy base-level happiness. Base-level happiness means a little bhojan will make you happy. A little jewelry makes us happy. A little material belonging will make us happy. Those are base-level happiness, and they last until the material things that you have get old. And when the thing that you have is out of fashion and old, the car, the watch, whatever it is, it's out of fashion and get old, there goes your happiness. Because this body is used for that. But those who use this body for serving, and not God alone should be served, communities should be served. Do good for people. Serve the elders, serve the needy, serve everyone, serve the communities, serve people, serve with love. And when we do that, we're using this body for elevated purposes. Kagba Sundarji tells Garud, there's no other body, there's no other form. Now Garud feels a little bit, dejected because he thinks that he flew from the heavens and came, went through the heat and everything and came, and human being can't do that. But how is it that he is not an elevated being? Well, That is the magic in this whole process. Nahi daridra sam dukh jahamahi. That is why we have to be so happy with our brothers and sisters that when it is their birthday, right? I'm a very practical man, you all know that. I'm a very staunch Hindu, I'm very strict, and you may not like that, but that's fine. But I'm a very practical person. I tell people all the time, you're going to have your 50th birthday, your 40th birthday, your 60th birthday, your 70th, 65th birthday, 70th birthday. Come on. You know, you're going to pray a little bit, but you're going to have a little feast afterwards and things like that. I am very practical. I know how the thing works. But I always encourage our brothers and sisters that when it is your birthday, take time to give thanks and gratitude to God. Take time to do something good, because this that you have, this human body, is the greatest gift we have had, the greatest gift we will ever have, right? You don't have another opportunity to rise above. This is that opportunity. And that is why today, Uncle Beams, with so much devotion, so much connection, he prayed to the divine. When you can make a connection in front of the Devi and express that amount of devotion that they have, it means something. You know, they make the priest work so easy. They have been involved with us for a few years, sitting with them in puja. You don't have to tell them when to do arti. You don't have to tell them 3 times or 4 times or after flowers is this. They know that process. They are in the weeds where the pujas are concerned. They have always told us how much they have learned here. And we're so proud that Uncle Beams, he's 65 years today, and he's still a student of the philosophy. He's a student of the pujas. He's still a student of the chantings. And we're so happy when people can use their life, in whatever level you live, for good things, to do good things. I'll touch on a few other ones. Now, Kagbasundji asks, Garuji asked Kagbasundji, what did he say as well? Tell me, you talk about the most difficult form to attain. Tell me what is the greatest pain and what is the highest pleasure. The greatest pain and the highest pleasure. Let's take 2 minutes to look at what he says.
नहीं दरिद्र सम दुख जग माही संत मिलन सम सुख जग नाही पर उपकार वचन मन काया संत सहज स्वभाव खगराया संत सहाही दुख पर हित लागी पर दुख है तू असंत अभारी रजत रुसम संत कृपाला परहित नित सह विपति विशाला श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय
What is the greatest pain on this earth? It depends who you ask. It depends who you ask. If you ask a teenager, what is the greatest pain? I tell him, I ask him all the time, what is your greatest pain? Parnaji, when my heart is broken, that's the greatest pain. Hello? Supposed to laugh, it's a joke. Right? When my heart is broken, it's the greatest pain. You ask a teenager that, they'll tell you that. You ask a married couple, what's the greatest pain? Well, let's not go there. Sorry, let's bypass that one. Let's bypass that one. You ask a senior, what is pain? One of them will hold their hip and tell you, Parleji, there's no other pain than hip pain. Another one will hold it, no, that's bad. There's no other pain than knee pain. Because all of them get different pain. Knee replacement, hip replacement, shoulder replacement. All this replacement we have, everybody think that their pain is more than the other person. And then you got a guy sitting down there, he's about middle-aged time. he get a cavity, and so he said, no, I get no pain more bad than teeth pain. And then you get the other guy and said, no, that's not, no pain worse than ear pain, ear pain, right? So all of us have a different perception of what pain is, and we think that pain, but we can only relate to the pain that we have experienced, right? Those of you who had ear pain, you would know that when the ear pain start, the teeth pain start on you, there is no other pain than that. That is probably the most pain I've ever experienced in life. Teeth pain, you got your teeth, whatever it is, it's like your whole head gone. Pain is a perception depending on who has had it. What is the greatest pleasure in life, right? You may think food is, chocolate is, a certain a drink is, or certain places. When you go a certain place, that is the greatest pleasure in life. Pleasure can be a company, right? Our Hindu Dharma tells us there are 4 fruits of life. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Every Hindu, every person should embrace these 4 fruits. Dharma, righteousness. Artha, rich, wealth. Kama, desires. And Moksha, release, final liberation. You have to have some pleasures in life. You have to go places, you have to meet people, you have to laugh, you have to enjoy yourself a little bit. As long as enjoyment doesn't kill you, you have to have a little pleasure. But the question was placed to Kagbasunji. You don't ask a vulture like Kagbasunji unless, those are base level pleasures. Base level pleasures. We're going to enjoy each other's company just now. After a little while, it will fade away. But what is the pleasure that stays on forever? Huh? There is no misery in this world so terrible as poverty. There is no misery in this world, no pain in this world as terrible as poverty. And there is no blessing equal to the communion with the saints, with the good people. What is poverty? There are 8 types of poverty. We won't talk about all that. Ashta daridra vinashakalingam. 8 types of poverty. We are poor when we are wealthy, but we don't give anything in charity. We are poor when we are wealthy, but we don't give anything in charity. We are so very proud of this community. And the fear I have is that the grown people who are charitable people, I don't know if we are passing this teaching down on to our youngsters how to be charitable in life. I'll tell you how I learned to be charitable. My parents, they were very poor people. They were very poor people. But we had a little grocery store. And I watched my mother every time when people would come for credit. They didn't have money to buy things. They'd buy week after week and not pay her, week after week and not pay her. And she'll still give them things. We asked, Mom, why are you doing this? We are so poor. But you're giving people things they're not paying you. And then they'll send me and my sister to collect money. And people will tell you, they don't have money. You can't take them to court. Those are village people. Very, very charitable. When my mother died, there was something back home called a money book. When you go to the store, they write down how much credit you give people. When we opened it and see the amount of money people owe her, then we understood how compassionate she was, right? Poverty is when you have so much to give, but you do not give a little to the upliftment of people. Poverty is when you're so educated and graduated and everything that you have, but you fail to extend a little of that knowledge to someone. That is poverty. Poverty is when you're the strongest man or woman or person alive, but you have never lifted your hands to give help to someone.
कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। कभी गिरते हुए तो उठाया नहीं, बाद आंसू बहाने से क्या फायदा। कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। When someone is thirsty and you fail to give them a cup of water, you fail to give them a cup of water, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। When they die, what is the purpose of offering milk and honey to them? Right? The Hindu people will tell you, Panditji, throw enough honey in the milk so that the man, the pack, and they like sweet. You have to. What is the purpose of doing that when you've never offered a glass of water to somebody? कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। कभी गिरते हुए तो उठाया नहीं। ना? पंडित जी कैसे मेरा हिंदी है? ठीक? पंडित जी सो रहे हैं? अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं। कभी गिरते हुए I am asking them how is my Hindi, because Pandit ji, he speaks I speak Indian Hindi and he speaks British English. So he said he don't understand our English. Our English kharab. Our English is bad. He speaks British English and I speak Indian Hindi. कोई fair exchange, no robbery. कभी प्यासे को पानी पिलाया नहीं, बाद अमृत पिलाने से क्या फायदा। कभी गिरते हुए तो उठाया नहीं, बाद आंसू बहाने से क्या फायदा। गिरते, when someone is falling, did we give them a hand? Did we give them a hand to lift them up? बाद आंसू बहाने से क्या फायदा। When they die, why do we cry for them? You go to a cremation home, everybody's fighting to lift a dead man. And when they don't get to lift a dead man, they're vexed. You only can have 6 pallbearers, but they're vexed. They didn't allow me to lift them. When the man was alive, did you offer a hand to lift him up? But we all want to cleanse our conscience and our guilt over a death. Let me lift him up. He'll look nice. Lift people up when they're alive. And if you can't lift people up when you're alive, and you can afford to do it, then you are in poverty. There is no misery in the world so terrible as poverty. हिंदी में बात करते हैं, जागते ही दरिद्रता जैसा दुख नहीं है. There is no other poverty like there is no other pain like poverty. There is no pain like poverty. Poverty is not when people they don't have food to eat. Those are the most happy. They are the happiest people. I've shared so many experiences in India where I went. People didn't have food, they didn't have home to live in. You know, whatever they lived in, but they were happy. They were happy, right? So what is poverty? 8 types of poverty there are. It's when you have so much but you fail to give. It's when you're so powerful but you fail to extend a hand of help. You're so brilliant, you have accolades and accolades, but you fail to teach someone something with that brilliance that you have. Whatever gifts you have, please share a little bit of it with someone. Because when we leave this world, my friends, nobody will talk about the certificates on your wall or what kind of couch you have. They will remember you for what you have given this world, what you have gifted this world. All of us can afford kindness, can't we? Every person can afford kindness. If a dog can be kind to a human being, why can't a human being kind to another human being? Right? Today, in order to make us happy and to satisfy our present, we have dogs. You know, watching TV with dogs, driving about our Mercedes Benz, and the dog is sitting next there, and you get the guy in the bus stop. Dogs can give man happiness. We have to give happiness to people. We have to be compassionate to people. These are things that cost nothing. We have to give a smile to people. When we use this body to do that, then we are showing appreciation for the gift of God. What have I always told you?
We never chose this face, but we can choose how we express this face. We never chose these ears. If I'm not gonna, switch this for anything else. I have big bat ears. But we can choose what we listen. We didn't choose this nose, but we can choose what goes inside. Keep your nose clean, people. Keep your nose clean. Understand? Right. We didn't choose these eyes, but we can choose what we look and admire with them. We don't choose our mouth, but we can choose what we speak with them. We didn't choose anything, but we can choose what we do with them. And the purpose of this today is that we're celebrating a birthday. Birthday means appreciating life, gratitude for life, right? So there is no misery in this world so terrible as poverty. And there is no blessing in this world equal to the communion with the saints. Now we may want to think who is a saint and who is not a saint and all that kind of thing. Our scriptures have never told us what color of clothing a saint wears or what clothing a saint wears. Our scriptures told us and taught us about the behavior of a saint. Good people are saintly people. People who are generous, people who are generous with their time, their speech, their ears. When they're generous in general, they are saints. And when you meet such good people, like Uncle Beams, you hold on to them. Because good people, there's a shortage of good people in this world. They're scarce, right? They're scarce. Hold on to them. There is no other blessing equal to the communion with the saints. And of course, that's a base level. But then we have the saints, the people who have dedicated their life to good work. There's a lot of people who don't go to church, to mandir, to temple, to mosque. But you know how much good work they do in the community? They're givers of so many, in so many ways in the community. To be charitable to others in thought, word, and deed. The Ramayana is saying, Par upakara bachana manakaya, santa chahad subhav kagaraya. To be charitable to others in thought, in word, and in deed. O King of birds, Kagbasunji Tel Garud. To be charitable to others in thought, word, and deed, O King of the birds, is the innate disposition of the good person. The good endure pain in the interest of others. Good people, they put away their pleasures and they endure pain for other people. Such people are very rare in this world. Embrace them. They endure pain in the interest of others, but evil do so to give others pain. Tender-hearted saints, like the birch tree, they submit to direst distress, no? For the good of their neighbors. The trees are saints, right? When they're loaded with fruits, they bow and they offer those fruits to you. When we are blessed with so much fruits in life, what do we do with them? Do we bow and offer it to the world? Or do we, save it for ourselves? These few little messages this evening is what I want to leave with you. And I do have a tendency to overtalk sometimes, so I'll pause here tonight because I want you to understand, yes, I do overtalk sometimes, but I want to pause tonight to reflect on what we have talked about. Three things. The greatest, the most blessed, and most powerful form that you will ever find on this planet is a human being. None. Everything that that you see around you has come from us, right? Has come from within. A little joke. You have to laugh though, eh? Hello? Alerting you. Have you all heard about the guy in India who swallowed 187 coins in Karnataka? 187 coins he swallowed. Every day he swallowed and swallowed, so he's not digesting. So he swallowed all his coins, and all his coins is in his stomach now. It's true. It's on the internet. You can look it up. A guy in India who swallowed coins or whatever. At the point where his stomach couldn't bear it anymore. So he went to the hospital, and they couldn't do anything, so they had to cut him and go inside and extract everything. Magically, he survived, right? Look at life, eh? Sometimes you eat a fruit and you go to the wrong place, all kinds of things. He ate 187 coins. He walked in the hospital, they cut him, they take out all the coins from his stomach. Afterwards, they asked the doctor, "Doctor, what a miracle. Have you ever done this before?" Doctor says, "No." They say, "Well, what lesson have you learned from this?" The doctor says, "Well, I have always heard that change comes from within, but today I have experienced it." Change comes from within. It's a true story. I just managed to tell it in a way that you can laugh, you know. I'm getting slowly there to becoming a comedian, you know what I'm saying? If there is no joy in our life and there is no sense of humor in life, then what are we? You have to laugh a little bit and smile. On this very, very beautiful night, I'd like to welcome all of you on behalf of Uncle Beams and Auntie Lalita, and to take this opportunity to digest a little bit. One, be a good human being. Secondly, what is the greatest pain, greatest misery? Poverty. Don't worry about not having money, and so that's not poverty. Poverty is giving a smile because you can afford to. Compassion because you can afford to, right? And what is the greatest pleasure? Associating with good people. That's all we'll talk tonight. Associate yourself with good people. You will not have a lot of good friends, you will not have a lot of friends, but associate yourself with good people. And that is where we stop tonight, and we thank you all for coming. It is a pleasure, such a pleasure. I was so looking forward to this day because I know all the lovely people. You know, good people attract good people. And I know all the lovely people that are going to come here tonight, and we'll have a chance to meet and to socialize, take some pictures. I was looking for Auntie Lalita to be taking pictures, but she hired Ramesh to come take pictures today. You know, she's such a lovely photographer, and she does magic with that little camera that nobody knows to operate, by the way. She has a little, you know, the camera? She always actually has a camera. When she gives the children to take out pictures, they don't know what to do with it because it's a camera. It's not a phone. They only know to operate phone. But she does magic with it. She takes it and do all these beautiful things for us on Facebook. So generous with their time. I've acknowledged and I will acknowledge again the power of their devotion in the last Shravan month. They were here for an entire month, every single day. Every single day they were here. Their commitment, yeah, I know every evening when I came, if there's nobody here, there's going to be the two of them. And they sat and they listened. And you know, sometimes I talk the same thing over and over, but they still laugh. Because that's what we do. We appreciate people's humor. We appreciate their attempt to be humorous. And we just we appreciate being each other's company. We met during Shanti Satsangh. And I have to say that the family, all of them supported us so well. I remember the days when we used to, in the dark days of Shanti Satsangh of COVID, everybody stuck at their home. When every Tuesday we sang 11 Chalisa rather. 1100. Yeah. 1100 stuck in my mind because of this big plan that I have. But 11 Chalisa we sung, and most of them pretty much came from this family. And they always requested what they want and which tune they wanted it. And then their family were all over Facebook commenting and keeping our company, keep each other's company. We appreciate that so much. Their friendship has brought so much warmth and love to all of us. They are givers of the temple. They are very simple people, but let me tell you, whenever they come here, they give. And it accumulates because that matters. We must do that. They are givers to this temple. Financially, their love, and everything else that they do. And today, I'm so happy and proud to be sitting here with all of you to celebrate a gentleman's birthday. Uncle Beams, you are such a gentleman. You're such a good human being. And for that, you attract a lot of good people around you. Everybody in the temple here who is your family now, so many people came out from the temple. They are here because you're a kind human being, and you're always very gentle and concerning about the temple, about their lives and ours. So for that reason, they're here to express love on your beautiful birthday, on your milestone, 65 years old. Where do you find a 65-year-old man looking like these? When I turned 65, I want to look good like that. Keep the weight off. Joshua, you gotta look good like him when you're 65, right? Because it's important. Happy birthday to you, Uncle Bims. Just now. And I like to sing this little bhajan, and then we'll have a little dedication. So please join with me in this beautiful song. What song, though? Can you give me the bhajan book a little bit? Today's Friday, so I like to sing a Devi Ma bhajan for
जयकारा शेरवाली का, बोल साचे दरबार की जय, बोले साचे दरबार की, बोले साचे दरबार की। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, हाँ दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। बोलो जय माता दी, बोलो जय माता दी, जो भी दर पे आई वो खाली ना जाए, सबके काम करके सबके दुखियन भर की, ओ मैया शेरा वाली भर की झोली खाली, मैया शेरा वाली भर की झोली खाली। जय हो। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, ओ दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। पूर करे अरमान जो सारे,
पूर करे अरमान जो सारे,
पूर करे अरमान जो सारे, पूर करे अरमान
जो सारे,
ओ देती है वरदान जो सारे, देती है
वरदान जो सारे,
ओ देती है वरदान जो सारे, देती है वरदान
जो सारे,
देती है वरदान जो सारे है। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। ओ बोलो जय माता दी, बोलो जय माता दी, जो भी दर पे आए वो खाली ना जाए, सबके काम है करकी, सबके दुखियन भर की, मैया शेरा वाली भर की झोली खाली, ओ मैया शेरा वाली भर की झोली खाली। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ,
मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
सारे जग को खेल खिलाए,
सारे जग को खेल खिलाए,
ओ सारे जग को खेल खिलाए,
सारे जग को खेल खिलाए,
बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए, बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए, बिछड़ों को जो खूब मेरी लाए, बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए, बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए, बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए है। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ,
अम्बे है मेरी माँ,
दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ,
दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ।
बोलो जय माता दी,
जय हो।
बोलो जय माता दी,
जय हो।
जो भी दर पे आए
जय हो।
वो खाली ना जाए,
जय हो।
सबके काम है घर की,
जय हो।
सबके दुखियन भर की,
जय हो।
मैया शेरा वाली,
जय हो।
भर की झोली खाली,
जय हो।
मैया शेरा वाली,
जय हो।
भर की झोली खाली, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, हाँ दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, आपके हाथ जोड़ बोलिए, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ, शेरा वाली है, जोता वाली है, पहाड़ा वाली है, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की, दुर्गा माता की, भवानी माता की, अन्नपूर्ण माता की, जयकारा शेरा वाली दा बोल साचे दरबार की जय। Just a little formality before we do anything else. On behalf of the temple, I'd like to present Uncle Beams a little gift. Uncle Beams, please come. This is, we don't know what to give a gem like you. We can't give you gems because you're already a gem. But we give you a beautiful shawl. You will not see people wearing this shawl because this is the most recent design of what we call the Modi shawl. So please enjoy this. I know Auntie Lalita would want it, but it is for you. Happy, happy birthday. And we'd like to present you with a beautiful Ramcharitmanas. This is a one in English, so you can read on your own time and enjoy the blessings of Sri Ram as well. God bless you. You're welcome. You're welcome. A big hand for Uncle Beams. So we don't have a formal program, but I thought, yeah, would there be anything that somebody want to say? Thank you. Okay. But is he doing a mala on this one? You have a mala for your mom? Okay. So can I have that now? Can we have the mala, Gabe? Uncle Beam, on the occasion of his 65th birthday, he's going to place a garland on his mom. Is it mala? Okay. Please stand up, Auntie, and we'll say a little prayer for blessings. May Bhagavati Mata bless her, and may she bless her son as well, to be as good looking as she is. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Shambhu Mangalam Bhrajadvaja Mangalam Parvati Nata Sarva Mangal Mangalam Bole Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. This is what we have to do. Garland our parents when they're alive and well so that they can experience that emotion. Afterwards, they don't know anything. So we like to call on Uncle Beams now. I think he wants Auntie Lalita as well. Please come. Can we have the microphone, guys?
Sitaram, everybody. Thank you, Panditji, for beautiful service. Normally, Pandit usually bathe Ma Durga on the first Friday of every month, but because of Bim's birthday, he postponed to do it for him today. It's very special. Bimsley had a very happy week. He started Tuesday, bathed him, Lord Hanuman, and then today he got to do a full Lingam Puja, and then to top it off, he had Ma Durga. But none of this could have been possible without the help of the Bhavani Shankar Mandir decor team and every one of the volunteers and our beautiful Kirtan group. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and for supporting us. Thank you very much.
Sitaram, everyone. First of all, I'd like to give thanks to Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati for giving me the blessing to be here. To share this special day with all of you. This is my family. I met Pandit Hardat several years ago, and I know, like you said, it was meant to be, and I believe in that. And I can't say enough of what this temple has given me and my family. I've met so many genuine people in this temple, and I call them my family, the BSM family. The decor team, the kids, they're like my grandkids. I have a 14-year-old grandson here. He's my life. And I just want to say thanks. I have my mom today, my brother, some of my colleagues from work, and all of the Bhavani Shankar Mandir family. I see little Vishnu's here somewhere, and my buddy, another grandson. And to all the elders, thank you very much for the support over the years. Sister Kamal, you welcomed me into this temple from day one. I don't know where she is. Yeah, it's okay. And Mom, thank you very much for being here. Very special. Thank you. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Pandit Hardat for a special program today, my blessing. Thank you. You've always been a great mentor to me. You've helped me in different things, and we talked lots. And I'll be remiss if I do not say thank you to Laz. She's the support for me. Without her organization skills and her dedication and her attention to details, none of this would have happened. And I know she worked hard with Sita and Narmala, Gabe, and everyone else in the decor team. And Tara, I don't think she's here yet, but she's the one who made it all come together, and I thank her for that, and I really appreciate all that. Thank you very much, Sita Ram.
So we have completed the program. If you have prasad that you have brought this evening, please come on up to the murti, or if you just want to come take darshan, please come on up to the murti and do that. While that is happening, I'll ask that we sing a few bhajans. I know some of the folks from the chanting group are here, so I don't know. Let me see. Oh, Auntie Leela is here. Auntie Leela, would you like to sing a bhajan? You bring a bhajan book? Let me go on here. Come. Sing a bhajan. And Auntie Kamal is here as well. Let her sing a bhajan. They are friends of the chanting group, where Uncle Bhims and Auntie Lalita is right now. Thank you. Please, as usual, we would like to remind you to not talk in the temple. We will socialize afterwards, but just stay quiet as much as you can. Thank you.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया जियरा देखन को ललचाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया जियरा देखन को ललचाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया जब जब पीर पड़ी भक्तन पर तब तब दियो सहाय तब तब दियो सहाय जब जब पीर पड़ी भक्तन पर तब तब दियो सहाय मैं दुखियारी शरण तिहारी नैना वीर बहार मैया नैना वीर बहाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया चेहरा देखल को ललचाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया तुम इंद्राणी तुम ब्रह्माणी तुम हो काली माय तुम इंद्राणी तुम ब्रह्माणी तुम हो काली माय सर्वरूप धरि असुर संहारे सोयस रहो जगदाय मैया सोयस रहो जगदाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया जियरा देखन को ललचाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया बेगो बारो मैया जगदम्बा दर्शन दियो आय बेगो बारो मैया जगदम्बा दर्शन दियो आय सिंह तीस चारी बेगो बारो रोम रोम हर जाय मैया रोम रोम हर जाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया चेहरा देखन को ललचाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया कपरग्राच शूल संहारा सिमरन देवन साय कपर कराच शूल संहारा सिमरन दियो आय अतल करो सौभाग्य हमारा जन्म सफल हो जाए मैया जन्म सफल हो जाए दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया चेहरा देखन को ललचाय दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया दर्शन दे तो अम्बे मैया गूंजे सदा जयकार हो भोले तेरे भवन में गूंजे सदा जयकार हो भोले तेरे भवन में गूंजे सदा जयकार हो भोले तेरे पत्र और गंगा जल में बेल
गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर बोले गंगाधरा गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर बोले गंगाधरा रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले रामेश्वरा रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले रामेश्वरा गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर बोले गंगाधरा सोमेश्वरा शिव सोमेश्वरा हर हर बोले सोमेश्वरा सोमेश्वरा शिव सोमेश्वरा हर हर बोले सोमेश्वरा गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर बोले गंगाधरा हर हर बोले गंगाधरा हर हर बोले गंगाधरा.
Today as well, there is one other greeting from our own Bhaji Kamo. So today is his daughter's birthday, Sabrina's birthday. So today they're wishing happy birthday to our beautiful and outstanding daughter, Sabrina. May Bhagwan's blessings always be with you. We love you to the moon and back. From your daddy, mommy, and Richard Ramprasad. I think everybody know Kamo and Sabita, their daughter's birthday. So we want to wish you happy birthday, Sabrina. And may Bhagwan Bholinath's blessings be with you always. There's a greeting as well for Uncle Bims, which is on the screen. So the boys will do that there. But I think that is for the audience online. It reads, heartwarming wishes to my loving husband, Chati Beams Narayan, and caring grandfather who is celebrating his milestone birthday. We're so blessed to have him in our lives. May you always receive Ma Durga's blessings. We wish you God's richest blessings on this special day. From your wife Lalita, children Amanda, Sean, Osh, Rayshri, grandsons Joshua, Brennan, and the entire family. And of course, that comes from Auntie Lalita. So God bless you always. Thank you, Auntie Lalita. And we'll keep the greeting up during Aarti and the photos as well. Thank you all so much for coming and for being part of a very blessed evening. We will, I think they're ready, so we'll stand for Aarti now, everybody. And if you're new to the temple, everybody's invited for Aarti. Yani kani chapapani Janamantar kritani cha Tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshinam pade pade.
Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maya Jai Shama Gauri Jai Ambe Gauri Maya Jai Shama Gauri Tumko nish din dyavat Maya ji ko nish din dyavat Hari Brahma Shivaji Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maya Jai Shama Gauri Mang Sindur Virajat Biko Mrig Madhko हरे वाहन राजत खलग कपरधारी मैया खलग कपरधारी सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक तिनके दुख हार ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी शुंभ निशुंभ विराजे महिषासुर गाते मैया महिषासुर गाते धूम्र विलोचन नैना धूम्र विलोचन नैना निश दिन मद माते ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी तुम कमला रानी मैया तुम कमला रानी आगम निगम बखाने आगम निगम बखाने तुम शिव पतरानी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तु ते त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मामदेव देव कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियाभज रामचंद्र की, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, श्री गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, गौ माता की, भारत माता की, सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की, सत्यनारायण स्वामी की, सरस्वती माता की, महालक्ष्मी माता की, जयकारा शेरा वालीला बोल साचे दरबार की। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो सत्य सनातन धर्म की सबको ये जय जय सीताराम everyone. Shubhratri and have a blessed night. Please take RT, sit where you are. RT will come to be shared to all of you. Please don't move, and after that prasad will be given at the door as you're leaving. Please go downstairs for bhojan where food is being served. Thank you so much.